Beloved heart, I invite you to sign up to my mailing list, and as a result of signing up, you will get a free gift. It's a 5D rebalance tune up of all these chakras, and chakras are my specialty. So I would love to gift you with this transmission that is filled with light language and codes to help you stay balanced and tuned up during these increased frequencies of energy of this ascension, this new earth frequency. So check out the links in the notes of this show. And I look forward to connecting with you. I am sending you love. This is the transfiguration of the new you. Hello, beloved. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Monica Bermudez. I'm your host for this podcast. And today's message for this episode is about September, the September energy report. I don't always do this every month, but I felt that this was very important to share with you. 2025 by itself has been quite a transformative year as well as a turning point. So each month is not going to be any different for this year. And as we're coming to a conclusion, right, of the years, we're going into September of 2025. There's a lot going on with the energy. And so the stars and the planets and all this other combination of energy that is happening right now tells us a story, right? There's no coincidence for the way things are playing out or rearranging themselves in this orchestrated divine order. And we're here for this time, for this great shift that is happening right now. As well as like, month of August, as I'm recording this on the last day of August, was for me, was like a turning point month because of the Lionsgate portal energy that is, um, was the biggest theme, I would say, for the month of August. Um, and so we are now, stepping into this whole new month of energies for September. And let me tell you why it is. And here's the message that I was getting right about the month of September. Um, so the words that have come through so strongly was SoulShock and SoulShake. So don't, let it scare you. So this is actually, some of the information I'm going to elaborate what that means. They're not, it's not about the chaos for, sake of chaos, but it's more like an awakening. It's like a shaking up, type of thing to like go deeper into this waking up. So as I've, mentioned before, there's like different layers of waking up in our lives, personal lives individually, but also in the collective, right? Because there is a collective aspect of us where we're all like going through all these experiences together because we are definitely moving into this next phase of this new earth. And so things will get a little more shaken up in order for us to really step into our new role in our new human form. For those, I feel like that's going to come in through waves of those who are being initiated into this new human form. So going by these different phases of those who are ready at this point. And so I feel like those who are ready for the first phase are going to start to emerge more so like towards the end of this year, getting into 2026. So these are about moving through like the kind of shifts that, will jolt us awake, that shake loose the illusions, the facade, the fakeness type thing. So we can anchor in more deeply into truth, love, and purpose, right? Because that's really where we're meant to be. We're meant to be in this highest timeline and a vibration of joy. It is our birthright to be in that state. And so I really do feel that we can, be in that state, even despite, being in this human form. But there's just so much, that is being shed, obviously. If you've been like through so many like different lifetimes as well, there's a lot that will be like purging and cleansing as well. That is all just part of the process. So it can be a little bit messy. So September is overflowing with cosmic alignments. You know, you have two eclipse energies, and then you have the 999 portal. We also have the Equinox gateway. And that means that the energy will feel, very heightened, accelerated, and for some, destabilizing. But remember, when the ground shakes, it often clears away what was no, what was never steady to begin with. So if we have foundations in our identity and how we identify ourselves with certain aspects in our life, like our jobs and our relationships, and just, in general with our health also and how, we conducted ourselves and our belief systems. So if any of those are not really solid, those are going to start to really shake up because where we are is kind of like renewing into these new foundations. And these foundations are more rooted into our soul alignment, our divine soul, our divine blueprint, and our cosmic blueprint and, galactic aspects of ourselves. Whether you resonate with this or not, I feel like there is going to be some form of shift that's going to happen for each and every one of us that will realign us into those different blueprints, where we're meant to be on the past and moving and shifting into the highest timeline that we're meant to be as well. So it's a divine orchestrated, divine order, two things, right? So September 7th is actually going to be this full moon. That's when it's heightened energy, the full moon lunar eclipse. And I believe it's a total lunar eclipse. So the new lunar eclipse, right, brings these revelations and endings and closures, and this is like the soul shock moment, the sudden awareness, the truths that can't be ignored, the release of emotional baggage of karmic contracts, ancestral contracts that we may have been carrying for lifetimes or much longer than that, right, from the different human experiences that many of us may have had, being here on Earth and really, playing out different roles, and so forth. So ask yourself this question. What am I finally ready to see? And what truths am I being asked to acknowledge? The light of the eclipse can feel intense, but it's also liberating.
Unlock your limitless potential with the monthly multiversal circle of creation. This sacred quantum manifestation ritual will awaken your inner power and connect you to the successful versions of yourself across the multiverse. Clear blocks, amplify your creative energy, and set powerful intentions for abundance, love, and possibilities. Activate your galactic aspects, recalibrate your nervous system, and manifest your dreams with cosmic clarity. Available in person and via Zoom. Join us for this transformative experience today.
And then from there, we get into September 9th, which is a 999 portal, right? If you add up 2025, the 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, you get 9. So this year in particular is extra special for this September 9th portal because you have a 999 frequency energy playing out a huge role. So just, 2 days later from this full moon, and honestly, we'll still be kind of in this full moon bubble. And also because the eclipse energy also lasts for about 6 months or so, the effects of it. So we'll still be in that eclipse energy as well, but we'll also be in between eclipse energy. So this, from the lunar eclipse to the solar eclipse energy. So we move, into this 999 portal. So in numerology, right, the 999 is like a vibration of completion, endings, and the preparation for a brand new cycle. Think of it as a cosmic graduation day. That's the way I'm seeing it. The soul shake energy here is about integration. What was shocked, awake, and the eclipse is now being processed and anchored. So it doesn't mean that you won't get any more shock waves. You may get some more, some more surprises here and there, from this portal as well. But this is a moment to close out the old stories, to consciously step out of cycles that no longer serve you. It's the universe is saying, congratulations, you've outgrown this version of yourself. Are you ready for the next? And so I hope the answer is yes, because there's always more in this whole shift that we're moving into. And I could see it, being a much better version of ourselves, being in our highest timeline, being in our divine joy, being in our divine purpose, and, just being in our wholeness. And that means putting ourselves back together, reconnecting ourselves through the soul and within, and having our own way of communicating with self, and establishing our own channel. Now, it doesn't mean that things are going to happen overnight. These are things that's just going to be played out depending on how, on the situation, the things that are happening around you. But, I would just, take advantage of these energies that we're in right now. And so I'm looking at this from a positive aspect of us to really recalibrate and tune in to all of these frequencies and different energies, the cosmic realignment of things that are happening, especially with the planets, with the numbers that are playing out, because, numbers are universal. It's a universal language. So, moving into like September 21st, which happens to be when the new moon is at a heightened state. And so for this, you have like also on that same day, you have a partial solar eclipse. And so with this, when you have these two paired together, you have the energy of the new moon, you have the energy of the eclipse. This is like a cosmic reset button. So solar eclipses are initiatory. They're beginnings and endings as well. They don't just end things, they open new doors. And this is where the soul shake becomes opportunity. Sudden openings, fresh directions, brand new alignments may come forward. Ask yourself, what seed am I planting today? What seed am I planting today, knowing it has the power to redefine my future? And from there, this is like right within the Equinox portal as well, because the, Equinox portal would be like September 22nd. And, this is always a moment of balance. It's an equal day, equal night, a sacred pause between seasons. So, but in 2025, it arrives amplified by the eclipse season, making it feel like a multi-dimensional checkpoint. So this portal is the harmonizing force after the shocks and shakes. It's like the universe saying, breathe, recalibrate, align. And the equinox invites us to step into greater balance within ourselves, balancing shadow and light, masculine and feminine, and action and stillness. So energetically, it is also a gateway into the final quarter of the year. What you choose to anchor here carries momentum into 2026. So ask yourself, who do I want to carry forward in balance? What do I want to carry forward in balance? And who be in like within, yourself and how you identify yourself, but what am I willing to leave behind for good? So themes for the month are for this month of September is SoulShock, sudden awakenings, truths revealed, endings that bring clarity, soul shake, the integration, the recalibration, the rebuilding in a higher vibration, and 999, which is a completion as a number of closure, transcendence, and graduation. Is a cosmic initiation. And balance, which is the equinox anchoring us back into harmony after such profound shifts. Embodiment, staying grounded so that you can actually live these changes instead of just thinking about them. So here's some guidance. This month, your practices matter. Grounding, breath work, connecting with nature, meditation, other energy work, whatever it is that you do, Just use whatever tools you have in your spiritual toolbox right now. These are not optional, they are essential. Because when the energies are this strong, the body is the anchor that helps us, that helps the soul hold more light. So also don't resist the shake. Sometimes we think life is falling apart, but really it's falling into place. Trust that whatever exists, your life during this time is making room for something more aligned with your soul's truth. So in conclusion and in closing this episode, I want to leave you with this message. So as you move through September, remember, the soul shocks wake you up, the soul shakes realign you, and the equinox restores your balance. This is a month of endings, beginnings, and the harmony that flows between them. You are supported, you are guided, you are never alone in this journey. So thank you for tuning into this September 2025 energy report. And thank you for listening and taking the time for this episode. And I will catch you in the quantum field of this September big portal energy going on for 2025. So I will catch you there.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.